Hello, and welcome to Artizona. My name is Joshua Bolder.
And I'm Naomi Melgers. Thank you for tuning in.
Today, we're going to discover the traditional, contemporary and cutting-edge art of Arizona, Artizona.
During today's show, we'll learn about performing arts like dancing, acrobatics and singing, experience Northern Arizona cuisine at the annual Chili Festival, take a look into the trending art of parkour, and meet jewelry enthusiasts in Arizona.
Let's start with our reporter, Reinier Brands, who explores the art of performing. He visits a marvelous circus, a well-known and celebrated theater, and let's not forget the extraordinary restaurant Black Bart's, with waiters who will entertain you with a special twist.
Circus Bacchus is working on the new show here, right now. And rather to talk about it, let's show you. Circus Bacchus performs many shows per year. Co-director Amanda Elson says the group performs at several venues across Flagstaff.
Circus Bacchus is a local performing troupe here in Flagstaff. We perform at local events like Hullabaloo and Cornucopia, along with create our own shows, which we usually showcase at the Orpheum.
Elson says that Circus Bacchus has been in existence for a decade, and it's grown quite a bit over the years.
So Circus Bacchus is going to give you a whole variety of performances. We have clowns, we have unicyclists, we have jugglers, we also have aerialists on all apparatuses, and we have ground acrobatics as well. So you get a full variety of performance, so it's a full circus.
According to Elson, it's the performers who make Circus Bacchus successful.
Circus Bacchus is special for a number of reasons. One of them being is that we are all volunteer performers. We don't get paid for the shows we do, but we take the time out and we put in the effort to bring something creative to the community and hopefully something that they enjoy. Another thing that makes us special is that we perform to a live band. A lot of circuses don't have a live band that you're performing to, so it always mixes things up when you get a variety of live music and live performance with your show.
Elson says that throughout many performances, the circus has become much more than just a group of performers.
You know, the members of Circus Bacchus all support one another. We all actually hang out outside of what we do as well. It becomes a family and people that you actually want to be with more than just the performance that you're doing. It's not only about the one act that you're putting together for this performance, but it's about the feeling that you get when you're with all these people and creating something beautiful.
One of the places where Circus Bacchus performs is the Orpheum Theater in downtown Flagstaff. Theater owner Chris Cully says the Orpheum is much more than just a theater.
I mean, the Orpheum is very, very special to Flagstaff. It provides a wonderful service as far as entertaining the community, but there are a lot of memories here. There are 100 years worth of memories for people in this community. The Orpheum does a lot of stuff, and we try to be multi-use and diverse so that there's something for everybody in the community.
Scully says that the Orpheum has a wide range of activities to foster the performing arts in the community.
So we do a lot of work with the young bands in Flagstaff. We actually are one of the very few places where we are multi-age. You don't have to be 21 to come in here. So that's just one of the many things we do. Everything from films, live music, talent shows, fundraisers. You know, we work with a lot of the different young people in this community in a lot of different ways.
Having been the Orpheum's owner for 15 years, Scully has a unique vision for the future.
I would like to see the Orpheum become more run by the community in a non-profit structure.
Besides the Orpheum, there are many more places in northern Arizona where you can enjoy the performing arts. One of these places might surprise you. The general manager of Black Bart's Steakhouse, Nick Gabriel, is happy to serve you a meal with a song.
Black Bart's is what we are, is a singing restaurant. So all of our waiters and waitresses sing every night in a musical review.
In order to get a job at Black Bart's, you won't go through a standard job interview.
At least in the dining room side of the restaurant, you have to go through a musical audition, which consists of sitting down and singing at the piano with our piano player and our music director, and then kind of figuring out if you have the chops to work here.
Black Bart's formula has been successful for a very long time, and Gabriel expects it will remain that way for years to come.
You know, I think the future holds another 38 years of, good business. So.
Northern Arizona has a wide variety of talented performers. The future of performing arts in Arizona is looking bright and promising. For Artizona, I'm Reinier.
Thank you, Reinier. If you want to visit Circus Bacchus, the Orpheum Theater or Black Bart's, visit these websites and they will provide you with all the information you need.
Now, contain your hunger, because we're going to focus on the culinary arts in the Southwest. Surjo Stock takes us on a journey through the typical Northern Arizona cuisine and stops by the Chili Festival, Salsa Brava, and the Galaxy Diner.
Hi, I'm at the Chili Festival right now, but I'm going to finish this chili and meet you guys at Salsa Brava. Northern Arizona Mexican food is a big part of the culinary culture. Salsa Brava is one of the most prominent Mexican restaurants around, with owner John Conley incorporating traditional Mexican dishes with Northern Arizona's culture. Salsa Brava opened 30 years ago when John was just 21, still a senior at NEU.
And I opened a little taco shop over next to campus, and over 30 years we have evolved into Salsa Brava, about a 180-seat restaurant, full service, and we continue to grow every year.
The Salsa Brava's Salsa Bar is one of the most popular features of the restaurant.
Self-serve, we have 10 different types of salsas, from very mild to extremely hot.
Sticking to traditional roots, John works on putting spins on the way his food is presented.
Our industry is changing. We have to keep up with the times, and over 30 years there's been a lot of transition into kind of a more progressive type of Mexican food. I've tried to stay away from that and really keep our roots in tradition.
Their signature dish is the Maui tacos.
And I like it because it's got sweet and it's got heat. So it's a pork tenderloin that we marinate in chili de árbol. It's called carne adobado. And then we grill it with fresh pineapple, and we serve it with tacos with cotija cheese, which is very classic cheese served throughout Mexico. It's a cow's milk cheese and some marinated red onions.
Certain dishes reflect the culture of Northern Arizona. With a diverse and specialized menu, the restaurant entices food lovers from all over the country. With 300 to 700 guests a day, Salsa Brava prides itself on its distinguished culinary art.
This is the place you want to come if you're coming to Northern Arizona.
As you travel further down Route 66, you're destined to come across the Galaxy Diner. Established in the 1950s, this diner has been offering Northern Arizonians and all who visit a taste of the true, vintage American culture. Being settled on Route 66 helps the Galaxy Diner with its customer base. With signature dishes like milkshakes, breakfast omelets, and burgers, this all-American style diner has focused on this typical culinary culture while reflecting its vintage decor. As you can see, the Galaxy Diner has stayed true to its all-American culinary art style. When you're talking about culinary culture in Arizona, it's hard not to bring up chili. So we've come to the Chili Festival in Flagstaff to discover the passion behind this beloved cuisine. Founder of the Flagstaff Chili Society, Paul Whitney, says that Arizona locals travel up to Flagstaff to experience the festival.
They see the banners and posters that are up around town and the radio spots, and we've done a lot on Facebook and worked with another company in Phoenix, but as the temperatures rise down in the Valley of the Sun, folks down there are looking for something out of there and up here in the high country and where it's cooler.
Booth holder Bonnie Boots is training two junior participants, Kaylee and Cara, who are competing for a place in the World Championship.
Well, what we have right now is we have the Arizona State Chili Cook-Off. And also what they've done is they've added a youth division. So these girls in the background, they're 12-year-old twins, and so they're competing in a timed chili cook-off. And so whoever gets first place qualifies to go to the world's competition.
So that brings us to the end of our journey through the culinary world of Northern Arizona. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. For Artizona, I'm Joe.
That looked amazing. Too bad that we have to wait for an entire year to go to the Chili Festival. Right, Joshua?
Good thing that we can visit the Galaxy Diner all year round. So, what's next for the Artizona experience, Naomi?
Coming up, Timo Appels introduces us to the thrilling world of parkour. This new, fresh and exciting way of working out is spreading like wildfire through Northern Arizona. But that comes as no surprise, considering the beautiful challenges of Mother Nature these brave runners confront. Enjoy.
If there was something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life, this was definitely it. In parkour, the goal is whatever you want it to be. It's not one of those sports where there's just like a specific goal. I'm Francesco De Guida. I'm the owner of Flagstaff Parkour, and I've been training since 2008, and I've found a love for it.
Hello, I'm standing here in beautiful Arizona, and we are going to show you the art of parkour. Francesco has doing parkour for years. He, along with many others, see this sport as a new art form.
I think parkour is a form of art because it is very expressive. You can approach an environment in whatever way, and you're not necessarily always using parkour to get from point A to point B, as the old definition says. Parkour is something where you can go out into nature and you can express yourself differently than someone else would. So you'll approach it differently with different movements.
Like for everything else, there's a history to parkour. Francesco says parkour started over 100 years ago.
A man named George Hebert is a French military man, went around to indigenous islands in a time where people really thought the only way to get strong was to work out and to push weights around. So he met these indigenous people, and he realized through them, who didn't have any weights, that natural movements were super important to health and fitness. Not only that, but just the ability to move your body in the most efficient ways. So he created something called the natural method. And the natural method was this really slow kind of like through environments, climbing trees, getting over rocks, swimming kind of thing. As time went on, a man named Raymond Bell practiced the natural method. His son David Bell took that with a group of friends that they called the Yamakasi, and they turned it into a game of tag. And that kind of started the whole modern parkour thing.
Francesco started his company, teaching the art of parkour in 2013. Since then, he introduced many students to this art form.
The students that we have at the gym, they're so cool and they're so different. Each one of them, even though they have like the same instructors, they learn the same things, they go out and practice it, they come back different. Like they come back with their own kind of style because they have this own visualization of what parkour is.
At first, parkour seems to be dangerous, but with the right training, Francesco claims otherwise.
So a lot of people seem to think that parkour is this dangerous thing and oftentimes view it as something that's very extreme, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually very safe to learn parkour. I don't want to put myself in a position where I can be fatally injured. Like obviously there's consequence in every movement, but having the movements to diminish consequence is good.
In the gym, students learn how to fall first. After that, they learn landings and jumps, and later all other falling scenarios. And this is the basis of safe parkour.
First we say, all right, you're purposely going to clip your foot. There's a mat right here. We're going to teach you how to dive roll out. Okay. So now if it actually happens in real life, they're already ready. There's no surprise, nothing going on there.
After seeing other students doing so well, I'm interested in trying it myself. Can you teach me something?
I can. Today we're going to work a little bit on the Kong vault.
Kong vault is a movement for moving over an object and gaining distance. Although the Kong vault takes extra time to learn, it's one of the most common movements and should be learned early on. For Artizona, I'm Timo.
If you're excited and think you have what it takes to become a freerunner, visit the website of Flagstaff Parkour and Fitness.
And while these runners sprint from rock to rock in rapid fashion, other people are looking down at them, trying to find hidden gemstones between the rocks. As traditional as metalsmithing and jewelry making may seem, it's still quite popular here in northern Arizona. Naomi looked at this art form and took us into the world of Native American crafts.
Welcome to our journey through the world of Native American crafts. The Artist Gallery is a co-op of different artists who are able to sell their art through the gallery. A volunteer tells us how the art has evolved in the last 25 years.
We each work, we pay rent to be here for each space that we're in. The art has evolved. I think in the early years it was more original paintings, and now of course there's a lot of variation with the pottery and the jewelry.
One of those artists who is involved with the Artist Gallery is metalsmith Tom Yassi. We visited him at his home and workshop in Flagstaff.
I'm a member of that co-op, so in that way I'm allowed to display and sell my jewelry there.
Tom wants to make more than just jewelry. It must have a special meaning.
I try to make art, wearable art. Some people just make a piece of ring, but I want jewelry that will stand on its own, like a piece of art. And I make all kinds of jewelry. I polish a lot of stones. I cut them and polish them all myself. Do all the metal work in here, from polishing to finishing to soldering to melting. Then you got your rollers and all the equipment that I have set up. So
Tom Jesse has discovered a special way to know if a stone is of good quality.
lick it, clean it off, and then you look at it and say, oh, okay, look, that's nice. Then you lick it, and then it'll show you what it's going to look like when you polish it. It's going to look like that when you polish it.
Jewelry making runs in the family. Not only Tom is involved in this process, his son Steve and Jesse is also a metalsmith, but they have different styles, even though they still help and collaborate with each other.
I think one of the most iconic things that are between me and my dad is our shared bogards that we have. He made me a bogard and I made him one, and you can see directly how our styles are very much different, but how much they influence each other from our works and how much input we put into each other.
Sometimes you'll look at it and say, yeah, that's not gonna work. Or sometimes like, oh yeah, that'll work, try this, or try this instead of this, or that's how we usually shoot ideas off each other and get each other's opinion on certain pieces.
Native American jewelry is also sold next to the road towards Sedona. Velma Wilson tells us more about her motivation to sell a variety of pots, jewelry and sculptures.
I rely on a lot of these artisans, and I know they do very good work, and a lot of it's trust too. We have a trust basis, and their family, neighbors, people. I've known a lot of them maybe like 20 years.
She says that she has several reasons for why she sells her merchandise on the side of the road.
Right now, it's survival. Like if I don't make anything, I don't make money. But years before that, it was just kind of fun, a way to hang out with my grandma, for me to be close to her. And my grandma was a rebel. So, but now it's like I have to keep busy, and it's a way of survival, I guess. Like you have to go to work, and if you don't get paid. So that's basically how it is now.
We hope that you enjoyed our journey through the world of Native American crafts. For Artizona, I'm Naomi.
And if you want a second look at these beautifully crafted arts, be sure to take a look at the website of the artist listed below. And these are all the stories that we have for you today. Although there's much more to discover here in Arizona, our time is up.
But not without leaving you with one last surprise. One topic we haven't discussed yet is the art of music. That's why we are proud to have singer and guitarist Vincent Z with us in the studio today. Vincent has lived in Flagstaff for 23 years now and performs a wide variety of music all around the city. We hope that you've enjoyed our stories and that you feel inspired by this world of Arizonian arts. For Artizona, I'm Naomi Melchers.
And I'm Joshua Bolder. And I'll leave you with the words of Orson Welles. The enemy of art is the absence of limitations. Thanks for joining us.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vincent Z.
Pensi che un sogno così non ritorni mai più. Mi ripengevo le mani, la faccia di blu. Poi d'improvviso venivo dal vento